Alright, hey, and we are live from the Brojo.
Woohoo.
Yeah, another episode of The Tangent. I am Kien and Alex, and I'm here with Miss Alex Jensen. She's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why she's like, I was like, hey, do you want to do this? Like, no one else can make it. And she's like, sure.
I'm down.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone else here around. You're the third girl.
Woohoo!
Right, it's been a complete sausage fest, but sometimes like some people come over.
Yeah,
like,
I knew Lindsay came that one time to review.
Yeah, she came and she was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
She's fun.
She's a fun lady. It's very interesting. She's gonna be part of the Tournament of Blood.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about killing horror movie monsters against one another.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Yeah, we even have fucking Charles Manson. Like, we have like legit serial killers in it, so it's really
nice.
It's a weird concept because like you have to think about the mentality of like, you know, Freddy Krueger goes into people's dreams. I'm like, I don't think Jeffrey Dahmer's dreams.
Yeah, you have to consider that.
Yeah, there's a weird consideration. So Alex, you asked like, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
What have you been up to?
Oh gosh, I'm just working mainly, I guess. Over at Many Hands.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is there many hands?
There's actually a lot of volunteers there.
There's a lot of hands.
Yeah, volunteers have hands.
Yeah, that's I would hope. Like, unless that hooks, that'd be pretty dope as shit.
I think so, yeah.
That'd be dope as fuck.
Maybe just one.
Maybe,
You kind
yeah.
of need to wipe your ass, Ken.
Not like, I don't know. You'd make a good abortion clinic doctor.
Ah,
Oh.
too far.
Ooh, is it? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Abortions.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. I won't make another one. I promise.
That's whatever.
I promise I won't make another one.
It's funny because I usually am like into fucked up dark humor.
Right, but that's the one thing that.
But just, you know, you either have to go to be fucked up, but just casually being like, hey, yeah, you could be an abortion doctor.
Yeah, right. Right, I'm sorry. You're right, Alex. That's my fault. I will do better next time. I won't bring up abortions.
Shit happens.
So we're gonna jump into the only viral video I was able to find, and that was because of the anime club I was in. It was the SpongeBob anime.
Yep. Oh my
Opening.
gosh. Oh Jesus Christ.
It's different.
It's something.
It is.
The opening, the intro is definitely like you can tell it's anime.
Right.
Right when it starts, it's all classic. It's classic.
Right, like
intro.
the classic trope of like your main character looking at nothing.
Yeah. Yep. Staring off into the distance.
Straight off in his face, and you're just kind of like, okay.
Yep.
I can get with this, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
Little focus parts of their bodies when they're just not their face. They're just looking.
The true trope of like the homoeroticism within anime.
Yep.
Yeah. Squidward and SpongeBob love story that we were all waiting for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then the obligatory fight scene.
Yes.
That comes up where you're just like, oh my god!
What's going on?
What is this? Squidward kills Patrick and
yeah. Literally slices him into pieces.
Yeah, and then like Plankton is the bad guy that like injects Squidward with like a steroid.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I always knew Squidward was a crab ass, but I didn't think he was that fucking angry at the world.
He gets weird. It gets weird as shit, and this is a step up for me for the past animes I've been watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
You didn't see the Death Note movie.
No, I haven't, but I haven't watched a lot of Death Note personally. I think I've maybe seen like an episode or two.
Right, and like we've gone on this before, but I it's weird to finally like have people backlashing at you for not liking it. It's a weird experience of mine. Max was giving me shit because like I let it sink in the night of. I didn't look at any of my comments. I was like, I'm just gonna let it be. I'm gonna pretend this doesn't exist, and then the next day people were like, it wasn't that bad. I think you're just a fanboy that just doesn't like shit that gets turned into movies. I will argue that I am not, because like I've said, I don't hate Dragon Ball Evolution. Like, I love Dragon Ball Z, and like I don't hate Dragon Ball Evolution. I think it's stupid. Don't think it should have been made, but it doesn't make me like mad.
Yeah.
This movie like made me mad.
Yeah.
Watching this movie made me mad.
I almost watched it the other day.
Oh.
My friend JD turned it on, and he just decided, I don't want to watch this now, and turned it off again.
Right. But it makes me mad. It made me mad, like, for the characters.
Okay, so, like, why were you mad? Like, what point?
Alright, so I'm gonna point this out. Whereas, I wasn't as mad as the Ghost in the Shell reboot, live action movie, or Dragon Ball Evolution, or even Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that movie was a piece of shit. That movie was a piece of shit too. Like I will, but I'm not mad at those because they kept itself semi to the initial story, where like the story itself. Dragon Ball Evolution is a weird creature because they took a lot of creative liberties with the story. But at the end of it, the basis is it is an adventure between Bulma, Yamcha, and Roshi, and Goku finding the Dragon Balls. And
right.
They change, but that's the initial story.
Right, but if you trash the story, then what's the point of the remake?
You know what I mean. Like it follows its story. It follows the spark notes that it's given.
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, sorry. It follows the spark notes it's given. Same with Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's not a good movie, but it follows the spark notes that it's given. And same with Ghost in the Shell. There is problems with Ghost in the Shell that I'll bring up with Max when we actually have a recording. It won't be out for a couple of weeks, but about why I don't hate Ghost in the Shell as much as I hate Death Note. But that Ghost in the Shell is a bad movie. It takes the spirit of, like, are you a real person? That's the real, for original Ghost in the Shell, it's the, am I a real person, am I not? This one's kind of just like, you are a real person, but we faked your memories. And so that was like, you kind of just ruined the process of this, because it's supposed to be like a self-aware anime that, like, is all this real? Is this an illusion? Am I created? Am I real? Like, you know, man, that kind of stuff. Matrix. I hate the Matrix, but...
Okay, well, let's just stick to what you're
right, and I am... You savage.
Sorry, I can't turn it off.
No, it's fine. You savage. I knew this was going to be fun. But with Death Note, which our review is coming out, or is already probably been coming, it came out when this comes out. Because this comes out Wednesday next week, from what we're recording. But with Death Note, all it has is the word Death Note in it. It just has the Death Note. It doesn't have the core cat and mouse chase that the antagonist and protagonist have. That's all gone. The Light basically admits he's Kira. Well, in the anime, he's like, you will never find out if I'm Kira. Mustache twirl. This Light's like, yeah, I'm fucking Kira. What are you going to do about it? And it's just kind of like, all the character, like, Light is just a whiny little bitch.
Oh, no.
Like, but comparatively to the Light you know in the anime, who's like super... They're both psychopaths. They're both cold, calculated psychopaths. And in the movie, they're not. They're very super emotional. Right. And it felt more like a CW show.
Oh.
It was like CW's Death Note. Then that was my initial problem with it. And that why I said it was a bad movie. And I did write a good, like, 5-paragraph reasoning of why I didn't like Death Note. And that's where people attack me. And they're like, you don't understand it. Well, just like it. Then they're like it for what it is. And I'm like, why should I like it for what it is? Like, then that means I just don't like it.
In the same way that they're entitled to their opinion, right, and you are entitled to yours.
No, that is.
So, I mean,
I get you.
They should grasp that. Is
right,
what I'm saying. You're fine,
right,
but they should understand. They feel one way, and they're entitled to it, which also means you're entitled to
right,
feel how you feel about it. So they shouldn't really criticize you because you have the right to express your opinion.
Like, the one comment that pissed me off, he's like, don't you go trying to attack me for what I'm about to say to you. I'm like, then you're just making me want to, like, retort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I held back. I didn't even say anything to that guy back.
Right.
I was going to tear into him, but I'm like, you know what? I'm bigger than this.
Yes, that's what you gotta say.
The internet is weird. The internet has weird news that we're supposed to be talking about, and we will get into that because we're lumping one big topic all together in the hurricane, but we're going to hit like a bunch of small mini news within it. So let's just run into this weird news and a bunch of hurricane stuff. So if like the cops come, they're like, what are you doing? I'm going to be like, reading stuff about a hurricane. She have like a weird hurricane fetish, son. Maybe. I might. Depends. So the first thing we're going to talk about, and we briefly touched on this because Saturday we got like kind of out of hand and we were supposed to talk about team ups, but then we just talked about random shit. This came up on my news and we didn't get really into it. Only clowns can attend this special screening of the horror film It. One person wondered if mimes will silently boycott the Alamo Drafthouse event. Just what a film fan wants to see. A movie surrounded by a bunch of bozos. God damn it. But that's what will happen September 9th when the movie theater in Austin, Texas hosts a screening of the new horror film It for Clowns Only, or people willing to dress like one. A clown-centric screening will include face painters for last-minute touch-ups, a photo booth, raffles, and terrifying merriment, according to the Alamo Drafthouse Cinema website. Since the movie, which was based on Stephen King's novel, features a creepy clown-like figure named Pennywise, perhaps the theater decided it would be a pound foolish not to appeal to the more fun-loving Patreons. The clown-only screening is also a jab at the outcry the Alamo Drafthouse faced earlier this summer when it hosted a screening of Wonder Woman for women only.
Oh, wow.
Entertainment Weekly noted that one Facebook commenter sarcastically asked if the theater planned a male-only screening for Thor Ragnarok or a special screening for it that's only for those who identify as clowns.
Oh, my.
And the theater wrote back, we might actually have to steal that clown idea. The September event is already attracting hilariously snarky comments from the theater's Facebook page. Be prepared for the backlash for the non-clown crowd that is angry that they're creating this safe viewing place for the snowflake clowns. One person warned, oh wait, that was Insecure Dudes and the Wonder Woman. My bad.
Oh no.
The savagery is real on this.
Seriously.
Another comment was, half expecting some mimes to cry or sign boycott at a clowns only showing.
Aww.
Then there were guys who asked if the theater planned to invite serial killers only for their screening of the next Hannibal film.
Yeah, check it out.
Damn.
Find out who your neighbors really are.
I'm totally down. You see, this is. I like the Alamo Drafthouse, like big fuck you to what happened in the summer for Wonder Woman. So did you hear about this story?
Are you talking about what you just read?
Yeah. No. Did you hear about the Wonder Woman backlash? For having, so the Alamo Draft... For having
the women only?
Yeah, for having the women only screening.
Right.
So what had happened is that the Alamo Drafthouse, it was going to be just an all-women thing. You paid extra for it, and it would be just women, people at the counter, and it's an all-women showing. And it was one showing. One.
Right.
Not like a whole week.
Right.
It was one.
Just the one time.
The internet... I'll bring it up, but the internet backlash for it was amazing. There was just a lot of these dudes who were complaining about they were just complaining about how terrible this is. Like, this wasn't fair to men. It wasn't fair that like men couldn't see this screening of Wonder Woman. And they were like, well, I'll just identify as a woman to get into the screening. So I like Alamo Drafthouse really like being like, all right, if you guys want an all clowns, you guys said you wanted a screening just for yourself, so we have this all clown screening of It. And I'm just like, that's pretty funny. But here's the controversy. Apologies, gentlemen, but we're embracing our girl power and saying no guys allowed for one special night at the Alamo Ritz. The theater said in an announcement for an Austin, Texas showing of a benefit that will benefit Planned Parenthood. And we say women and people who identify as women only. We mean it. Everyone working at the screening, venue, staff, projection, and culinary team will be female. So, this is some of the tweets. Isn't this inherently sexist? Not to mention the fact that the legality of questionable given the Civil Rights Act. If you had guys only screening of Thor 3, there'd be an uproar, and you know it. I hope someone sues this discrimination based on sex. And the list goes on and on. These comments go on and on. It's weird. Have you ever hosted a men's only showing of any film? The Alamo Drafthouse. Will there be a male only screening for Thor Ragnarok or special? That's the comment. And great. Let us know when you have a guys only screening of Thor, Spider-Man, Star Wars, etc. Let's see you walk the walk now that you set this precedence. Alright. So people suck. And I see your face right now, and I can just tell that you kind of have like a little like, fuck these people kind of look.
Kind of. I mean, here's where I'm at with it, okay? I just had to fact check something while you were talking. That's why I picked up my phone.
Okay.
I wasn't like texting.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Basically, my opinion on that, and granted, I'm just now hearing about this,
right.
So I haven't had like time to formulate some elaborate retort to this.
Right.
But my opinion is they're right on a certain level that if the roles were reversed, people would be fucking pissed.
No, I
agree with that. I agree with you. At the same time, though, women just got the vote to write in 1920. That's when that's not even fucking that long ago.
That's not even a decade yet.
That's not
even
long.
The century.
So, I mean, oh my God, women got one movie screening. Fuck. We should all throw a huge fit about it. Well, you've kind of had your right to a lot more than us for a long time, don't you think? I mean, I'm all about equality. I think if I were them, if I would have had the women showing, I would have also had an all-guy showing.
But this was a charity event, though, too.
It was?
Yeah, for Planned Parenthood, to raise money for Planned Parenthood.
Well, that just gives me all the more reason to be like, why are you attacking this? I mean, really.
Right, and so, like, and they even said it.
That's kind of sad. Yeah. I mean,
like,
it's for a good cause.
These dudes, you think it's good, like, not saying just you, but people think it's a good cause. This is weird that people think that, like, it's a bad thing. So, like, maybe that's another reason why people, like, a million moms attack this, too. Like, how dare they fund Planned Parenthood?
Well, I don't know, Kien, if you want me to get started on Planned Parenthood.
You can. Go right ahead. Be my guest.
I just want to be like, everybody's like, Planned Parenthood equals abortion, and that is not fucking true. It's not the truth.
Say otherwise.
The memes can suck my dick. I don't care. Okay? It also has to do with regular testing, healthcare for women and families.
Nah, I get you.
And,
I get
just
you.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I get you.
Just because oh my God.
I get you.
And then abortion itself, okay? People can die if they don't get abortions sometimes.
I get you.
I rage on this topic. I rage.
Dude, I 100% understand.
So how could they fund Planned Parenthood? How could they fund health for people that can't afford it? Yeah, you're right. That really is shitty, isn't it?
That's super shitty. I don't know.
I mean, kind of like how our healthcare is getting gutted right now by President Trump, but you know.
It's gotta go too far.
I don't care if anybody. I don't care if anybody attacks me on the internet.
No, it's not that. I don't want to get canceled.
Oh.
I've had this fear with Ryan because last week.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, I know. I had last week though. We were talking about like this free the nipple protest.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got into it, and like I'm like, we can't do that. It got weird.
Why would you have the fear? Like, why would we be canceled?
Well, I have no real fear, but I always make that point. I'm like, we're gonna be canceled.
Yeah. Well.
It could be back. No, I 100% no, dude. For real, I 100% understand you with this, and back to that. It's just kind of like it's like I understand that like dudes will get mad. Like I had no really give a shit about this because I wasn't even excited about Wonder Woman anyways. I feel like maybe that gave me the reason to like, maybe I'll go see Wonder Woman if this is causing so much hype, and it was an okay movie.
I liked it.
It was fun.
I mean, I'm not like crazy about it.
Right.
But I thought it was a good movie.
Right. I thought it was boring in the middle.
Kind of.
Yeah. So
I don't know, but it was definitely, if you think about it, it was like from a woman's perspective, it's kind of empowering.
Right.
And that's probably a big part of why they did the charity.
And my favorite part of the Wonder Woman movie And this is just because, like, they had no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, there's scene, he's like, you can't go to no man's land. I'm really just glad Wonder Woman said, luckily I'm no man. Because I'm just like, now you just hit me in the head with this. You know what I mean? That was, like, the only thing. I'm like, please don't make this, like, I'm not a man joke. Please.
Yeah, well.
And she didn't. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Because then I'd be like, you're just really pushing it. But no, but the reason why I brought this up is I think it's funny because, like, you know, like they said, like, now all you clowns can go there to go see the all-clown It showing because y'all motherfuckers are dumb and ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous that people got mad about this.
Yeah.
So then we go into this. I think this is a really funny story. Massive robot army is here to destroy your foolish world records.
What?
Yeah, let's see. Robot. Oh, damn it. Come on, news. Okay. This is how it begins. An army of robots assembled in China, and so far they seem content to dance and break records. The movie is almost certainly a little humans into a false sense of security, so we will ignore the obvious threat they pose. 1,069 dancing Dolby robots set up in WL Intelligent Technology Company (LDS) was recognized earlier this morning by the Guinness Book of World Records for breaking the mark for the most robots dancing simultaneously.
I'm just saying, who had to have that extra 69 robots? Somebody made that decision.
Someone was like...
Someone decided, I'm going to add 69 in there.
Yeah, because then they could be like, 69. Yeah, that's what they did. And the rest keep dancing and perhaps plotting. This is kind of ridiculous to me, where, like, everything is a world record now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's, like, a world record for, like, how many, like, fucking, the clothespins? For, like, your clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many clothespins you can put on your face?
Oh my gosh.
99.
See, and then you have to, like, come into, like, what all is included and what your face is. Does your neck count?
No, your neck doesn't count. It's like your face.
Just like the
like
chin.
and like the thing that's ridiculous about world records, if you're gonna break one, you actually have to have fucking someone there.
Yeah.
Like watching you do that. So like
on the topic of world records, I have to say, did you see the article that I shared about the new person in Iowa who broke a record?
No, what was that record?
They broke record for having the biggest dick.
In Iowa?
In Iowa.
How big was the dick?
I will fact check. Right now, it was huge.
Yo, that's a real record?
That's a real record.
That's a real, oh shit, for real?
Yep. And they also have the smallest. I mean, it goes both ways.
I mean, they should have just called me then, but...
Oh my god. Yeah, it was in Grinnell, Iowa.
What?
Yep. 28-year-old man from Grinnell, Iowa, now officially has the world's longest penis after he was measured by the World Record Authority at his home earlier this week. The new world record holder, who requested to be identified only as Brad to protect his identity, spoke to journalists at a press conference held after blah blah blah. It doesn't tell me how much. That's what we want to know.
I gotta Google this now. I'm sorry. This is like
the measurement was. Oh, prior to Brad's record-breaking measurement, the world's longest penis was a title held by a Mexican man, Roberto, so I can't pronounce the rest, who set the record with a measurement of 18.9 inches back in 2015.
It's like a foot and a half.
Brad's penis was officially measured at 19.1 inches.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep, so he's got the world's longest.
Alright, so, I don't want to get weird with, like, how dicks work, but, like...
Quick, Brad did reveal that it has made some aspects of life a bit harder for him.
Yeah.
Quote, unfortunately, my girlfriend broke up with me because I was just too big for her, he told reporters. Finding a suitable partner is going to be pretty tough, but hopefully there's a girl out there who can handle my dick.
I don't think there's a girl that'll be able to
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's
like,
crazy.
Like, for me, they're like, that's fucking ridiculous.
I know.
Like,
where do you even put it?
Right.
Like, how do you store that?
I feel like he's gonna, like, have to duct tape his dick, like, to his knee.
Pretty much,
like,
probably.
So, like, and that's probably just flaccid, too. Like, I don't know, like, maybe it is erect because like your dick grows bigger when it's like erect. So like.
But how awkward would it be to have the judge come and then you have to get hard for him to measure it? Then he's gonna touch you to hold it to measure.
But like I feel like that's what you have to do because like if it isn't, then his dick erect is even bigger.
Yeah.
So like that's cringy.
Yep. That's pretty fucking.
Yeah, that's cringy. Ah.
Yeah.
No.
You're welcome. I'm so glad.
No, you're fine. It's just
so glad I could bring that into your life.
It's stuck in my head now that like some dude has like
Yeah.
It's not even like I'm sad about it. Like I'm not sad that like some dude has a bigger dick than me. I'm just like weirded out.
Yeah.
That,
I don't even understand how you have sex with that. Like,
right.
Does the person stand a foot away from you?
Right. And it's just like, all right. I feel like he needs to have like, you know how like you have in a forklift, there's like a backup button. Mm-hmm. There's like backup sounds. There's like pull forward sound just to get them ready. Like that's my thing. He's just like, all right. No, it's so like.
Oh my god.
Like no, and that's where I stand. It's very fun. Like it's as a dude, I think that like as a dude, people like there's a lot of dudes like whatever. Like but me, I'm like that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm not gay or anything, but like I'd be afraid to like be around it. And the other the dude before him had an 18-inch long dick. I'm just like Jesus Christ, that's a foot and a half.
Imagine showering with him in high school.
I couldn't.
That'd be fun.
I didn't ever shower in high school, so
wow.
I had last period, so I like dipped.
I don't blame you. I would if I could.
Did you guys really have to shower in high school? That was a real thing? Damn. Yeah, dudes never did that.
That's kind of crazy because dudes usually sweat more.
Yeah. We're dudes that we really don't give a shit. Especially in high school.
That's your fault.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's my mom's fault. Actually, it was my dad's because he had the like gene to whether or not I'm a guy or a girl. So, back to the weird news, and this is like the news that you were talking about, what you enjoyed. Woman finds tiny frog in salad, adopts it as a pet. I'm just happy he survived and I didn't eat him, the woman said.
Same, I feel you.
Call it riveting, god damn it, tale of friendship.
You're so, yeah.
A woman in South California was about to eat an organic salad last Wednesday when she found a piece of protein she didn't expect. A tiny frog.
A piece of protein.
Yeah, I'm halfway through my salad, and as I'm going to stab another bit, I see the frog peeking out from the undersalad. Garfunkel told theinsideedition.com. I jumped back and I screamed, "There's a frog in my salad!" 36-year-old Garfunkel is a strict vegetarian with meat allergies. I feel like she's talking shit. Not knowing if she had chomped on other amphibians by accident, she said ran to the bathroom where she threw up other parts of the salad. Meanwhile, her husband shouted from the dining room, "It's still alive!" The Los Angeles Times reposted. After he rinsed the lemon tawny vinaigrette off the tiny frog, her hubby started rubbing the frog's belly and managed to rouse it from its stiff state. So he got it on, turned on.
No, I don't think that's not how that works.
Well, he said rousing it. After the amazing resurrection, the Garfunkels felt weird about dumping the frog somewhere. Instead, they put the amphibian in an old aquarium in their home in Corona and named it Lucky. A good name, considering that the frog narrowly cheated death. The incident changed Becky Garfunkel's life in one way. I will tell you right now, I have no desire to ever eat a salad again. I'm petrified of the thought of a salad, she told KBAC-TV. Garfunkel reached out to Target where she purchased the salad, and the company offered her a $5 gift card.
Really?
She said, "Target, this is the most disgusting thing I've seen. Yes, that's a frog. A live frog from my spring." Spring mix. I got from your store today. I discovered him after eating almost my entire salad and almost stabbed him. The worst for me is that I'm a very strict vegetarian due to meat allergies. The company also told her that Taylor Farms, the vendor that made the salad, is launching an investigation into unappetizing incident, according to the Times. Still, Garfunkel is happy that they have a new family member. He survived so much, she told the paper. I'm just so happy he survived and I didn't eat him. This is a weird ass story to begin with. First of all, she's vegan.
First of all, $5? That's all you're gonna give someone for giving... There was a live frog in her food. I don't know, because you also have to go back to consider the fact that when it's organic, that reduces the amount of what you're able to do when you're growing certain foods or whatever, plants, that keeps pests out.
Mm-hmm.
So
are you telling me that non-organic food is a lot better?
No.
Okay, damn you.
Why?
Nothing, I'm just giving you shit.
I'm just saying that you have more chances for incidents like that to happen because it's organic. That's just a risk that you have to take. I actually think that a lot of organic food is better for you.
Okay. No, that's totally understandable.
Do you want to argue with me about it?
Nah, I don't.
Are you sure?
No, I have no quarrels.
Okay.
I believe you believe what you believe. I just think,
That sounds a lot like you disagree.
I don't disagree. I did a report. I'm not getting into this. This is supposed to be a fun, happy-go-lucky podcast.
All right, that's fine.
I'm not gonna be like you're dumb or anything like that. Like people can believe what they want to believe. It's just I don't like the people who do the whole. Some of the people that I see talk about like non-GMO are also the people that won't vaccinate their children.
I don't agree with that.
Vaccinating you
should vaccinate your children.
And that believe that chemtrails exist that alter our weather, which is bullshit. Chemtrails are bullshit.
Okay. I know nothing on the subject, so
look at the sky and it looks like streaks.
That's what they think it is.
They think it's chemtrails.
It's called clouds.
Yeah. People think it's chemtrails. If you want to do your research on it, it'd be my
global warming, people. That's what it is.
See, and the thing. Okay.
It's our fault.
Yeah, you're right. But that's the thing. Like we'll go into that when we talk about Hurricane Harvey.
Okay.
Because that is actually like one thing I wanted to bring up.
Right.
But like with this, we were talking about like the non-GMO people are also the people that like I know a lady who's like non-GMO. She fucking doesn't vaccinate her kids, so they're homeschooled.
Which they should be.
Which they should be.
They're still out in the public though, and risking infecting other people.
But she's crazy enough to believe that like all these natural disasters and shit are because God's angry at us. That she tells me Revelations is happening as we speak. And
I am not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just going to state that right now because I'm not about to get into anything with anybody on religion right now because I'm just not, especially on the internet. It's just not my cup of tea. You can believe whatever you want to believe.
Uh-huh.
She can believe that. That's absolutely fine. I actually read something about different, like in a description about Revelations and how it connects to what's going on, supposedly.
Right.
It's all theoretical.
Right.
The Bible was translated by regular people. I was the kid that went to my youth group and had a full, like, research paper written on why God does not hate fags. So, like...
You are that person.
Because there are multiple translations of the Bible that mean different things, but people just want to conveniently pick out the ones that fit them the best.
Yeah, no.
Fuck off. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, and I get you on that.
The way I feel about religion is you should just love people, and you should be kind, and you should be forgiving, and that's it, and accepting.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's all there is. That's all you should believe in. That's how I feel.
I understand you on that. That's a very understandable one. I like that. Like it's just a little unsettling for me, because we might as well just get to the hurricane topic right now. So with this, like, I think that's bullshit, because I don't think you should, because you're not being affected by this, you shouldn't be telling people they deserve this because God is, the wrath of God is coming upon you.
Has she said that they deserve it?
She meant it like it's the end of days, there has to be casualties. And so that shit bothers me.
Well,
bothers the fuck out of me because I
just kind of want to be like, maybe you should go down there and be one of them.
Right? No, it just bothers the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just, it is. The weather is acting up because of global warming.
Right.
Like, shit like this, like, we've had shit like this happen before, but not to this caliber.
And everything is increasing and
right.
severe.
Right. And, like, you can tell it by Katrina. But Katrina was a weird, like, someone's like, well, what about Katrina? I was like, well, Katrina's a weird creature because they were below sea level when it happened, so the flooding was, like, hardcore.
Yeah.
This is like they're above sea level and this shit is happening.
Yeah.
This shit is just insane.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how bad it is. And so for me, like, it's weird to, like, see people, like, there's another article I have that I also think is wrong to say is a liberal teacher lost his job for saying, well, isn't it karma for Houston, a high GOP city, to lose flood relief because Donald Trump cut FEMA. He lost a job for saying that because I believe that he should have. Because I think it's a little fucked up to say that just because you're part of a political party, you deserve to have your fucking shit flooded. Mm-hmm. But I will also point that counter argument that I know that you're probably thinking. Our president did cut FEMA.
Cut all sorts of things. The Coast Guard. He cut right. FEMA.
He cut one
of Obama's. I can't remember what the word is. Policies, whatever. Something
about like about for this
natural disaster.
For this natural disaster stuff.
Yeah.
So I get you. Like, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should shut your fucking mouth on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes both ways for people generalizing everybody in a political party. I mean, all the time on my Facebook, because I'm not one of those fucking people who's like, because I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not. I don't care if someone attacks me for that. I have friends on my Facebook that love Trump.
Yeah, we have mutual friends on our Facebook that really love Trump.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
They have the right to love Trump. Do I appreciate being called a fucking, like, snowflake because I don't like him?
No.
No. But a lot of the time, if you're against Trump, you're immediately viewed as that.
Right.
And vice versa. People think that anybody who likes Trump
is a racist.
Is a fucking racist, redneck, uneducated person. And that's also not true. It goes both ways.
Right.
We're both wrong.
Right.
Everybody is being hateful and split down the middle about it, and I think that's stupid, especially when there's stuff going on like Hurricane Harvey.
Right. And I feel like this is for me, it is not a political divide. This is a legitimate thing that, like, you need to fucking handle. But I hope that he looks at it like that, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, I cut funding for all of this. Now I feel like a dick because now, like, you know, shit's getting real. That's my hope.
That's all you can do is hope.
I have a high belief that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't feel like it is.
I don't believe it's going to happen. And it saddens me that, like,
I've seen a lot of Facebook posts about his tweets during this time.
Was there really, were they bad?
They were unconcerned.
Like, how so?
I don't feel comfortable really saying without, like, I'd have to look up a direct quote. Okay. Because I just like to be accurate when I get into anything with politics.
Well, yeah, where I stand on that is, were they as unconcerned as, like, not shying away that white supremacists suck, kind of unconcerned like you did with the North Carolina, West Virginia debacles, with the white supremacists protesting, that kind of unconcerned, or were they just kind of like, it's raining in Houston, la la la. Nah, it's not. Man, for real? Unconcerned. Now you got me wondering this. Why you gotta do that, Alex? You got me, like, wondering where, Alright, so these are real truths. Not only giving out money, but Obama will be seen today standing in water and rain like he is a real president. Don't fall for it. Obama is not standing in a puddle acting like president. Give me a break. What? So he just went down to Corpus Christi, which is not near, which is kind of near the flooding, but not near the flooding, because Texas is a big area.
That was back and had to do with when the storm was on the East Coast.
Yes. So he's just dicking on people? Like, is that the only thing that he tweeted?
No.
So he's still been tweeting. That's man. Alright. So my thing about just all of this is that like the dude just needs to not be on Twitter.
I wish I could see what the thing was. Basically, he tweeted something, and I'm having an issue finding it right now. Basically, was tweeting about something political.
Mm-hmm.
That he was saying, no, this isn't right, or whatever, probably something about fake news, knowing him. And people are like, really? Why is this your concern when right now Hurricane Harvey is going after you just cut all the funding for all this? And after people attacked him, then he tweets, after witnessing firsthand the horror and devastation caused by Hurricane Harvey, my heart goes out even more so to the great people of Texas.
So he's just being a dick until this.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about how his policies aren't affecting the hurricane. Is that what you're trying to tell me? I'm just trying to grasp the idea. I'm not trying to like call you on your shit. That's not what I do. Because I also think that's really fucked up to do.
I just wish I could find the tweet that I saw.
Oh, it's fine.
But there are so fucking many.
Yeah.
Because all he does is tweet all the time.
Yeah, that's my problem. See, I was just saying that way you look at it. It's like, the dude just needs to stop. Like, you're president. You won. You don't have to, like, for me, Donald Trump is like the kid who, it's like the girl who won prom queen. You know what I mean? And has to make sure everyone knows she won prom queen and that you still think she's pretty. That's what his tweets remind me of. I was like, do you guys still think I'm pretty?
Oh my god.
Do you guys still think I'm pretty? Please tell me you think I'm pretty. And he's like, you know, that's where I stand. One of the cool stories though, because I don't drink Anheuser-Busch, but Anheuser-Busch repurposes this brewery to make drinking water for Harvey victims. And I think the beer company is turning its distillers into water producers.
Yep.
And I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's awesome.
Right. I think you know, that's the thing. Like, people are actually putting a cause. And I saw this firsthand today at my work. I work in an apparel store. And people are like, do you have any, like, they're like, a lady comes up with, like, not 10 packs of boxers. I'm like, yeah, must have a lot of kids. She's like, no, I'm sending this down to I'm sending it down to Houston for the hurricane. Like, someone put on Facebook that like people down there need underwear, and I'm like, that's very understandable. And I think that shit is cool to me.
Yeah.
Like I think that thing. This is why I don't think the world is as bad of a place as people want it to think it is. Mm-hmm. Because there's people out there still thinking about other people.
Yeah, that's a big thing that I've seen. Like a pouring forth of pictures of people of all races,
right,
coming together to save people,
right,
all over.
I don't even think it's a like, and I don't like to like point out it's a race thing. I think it's
I just want to say with like how we were on the political thing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like I've seen a lot of people specifically pointing out on Facebook,
right,
saying yes, everyone is helping. Blah blah blah. Like it shouldn't be. I think that's tying into because of there's been a lot of stuff going on with like Black Lives Matter and with the whole Nazi thing.
The Nazis suck.
Nazis do fucking suck.
Nazis suck.
Nazis are never okay.
No, Nazis are never
but
okay.
That's why I wanted to point that out. I guess we didn't actually bring that up, but that was on my mind, I guess.
Nah, you're good. But like, I get you on that, and it's nice. My thing is, it's nice to see these fucking people like, you know, working together.
Yeah, because the media likes to portray us as really like so separated that this wouldn't happen, but everybody is doing what they can to help everybody.
Well, to be fair, there are some parts that we are hella separated about.
I understand, but I'm talking about when it comes to like this basic.
It's nice to see natural disasters not being politicized.
Yeah.
Unless it's Katrina, because Katrina got fucking politicized hardcore. From how FEMA handled it, to how George W. Bush handled it, to Kanye West telling people George W. Bush hates black people.
Yeah.
Y'all don't remember. Like, I remember I was in middle school and I was like jamming out to Kanye, and my mom took my CD. She's like, "You can't listen to that garbage anymore."
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh shit, really?"
Wow.
Jesus Walks Again is my jam. So like that's all I'm saying. I'm just waiting. Nah, for real. I'm literally just waiting though, for someone to open their fucking mouth wrong about something about this.
Like,
you know,
like in what way?
anyway. Like like a celebrity opening their fucking mouth about like
How things are being handled?
Yeah.
By
Anybody. Like, I'm just waiting for this one celebrity to be
for
like
something to just
Yeah, I'm waiting for
blow up.
something like, and that's shitty to say. Because like the closest thing that we've had to a celebrity being attacked, and we've been watching numerous videos on this just to get our facts right, is Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen.
People, if you don't know who Joel Osteen is, just Google him up. He looks like a pretty Steve Buscemi.
Pretty Steve Buscemi.
He's a pretty Steve Buscemi. He's got a nice smile. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I think he's creepy.
he's like, I'd give him money to sit. But my problem with Joel Osteen. So at first, so he has the old Houston Rockets fucking stadium, which is elevated.
That's where the church is.
Freakishly elevated, because I've seen it. But they a lot of people on Twitter had the backlash that Joel Osteen wasn't doing anything, and they were like, "Where were you at this?" And they had photo proof that they were flooded as well, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's not where I'm going with this.
I'm just like stating for the record. Basically, what he's saying is they put up floodgates in the facility or something so that the water was about a foot away from being over the top.
Right.
And so it's understandable that they wouldn't want to originally bring people in right away to risk that ending up being flooded also.
Right. But my beef with him is his website.
His website.
His relief website.
Yes, I know what you're going for now.
Because I even looked this up. We were Googling this up too. I was like, I don't fucking believe it. And we looked at it, and when he's like, send aid to Houston, it's a link to his own personal website to give money to him.
Right.
Not like the Red Cross, not any of that shit. And that is where I stand, where this is fucked up. That's what I think is fucked up. Because he's trying to pocket this money.
Okay, I'll explain my look.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be devil's advocate right now. I just like to look at things from all perspectives.
I get you.
There is a possibility that the money is going towards the relief, because the facility is now open as a shelter and they are helping people. But at the same time, like on the videos we were watching, you have to think, I mean, what they were displaying all the like clothing and things like that, but it was all donated. Right. So that's not the money that people are donating.
No.
Going towards it.
All
That's
that
what other people are bringing in.
Right.
So it makes you wonder, where is your money going then? If we're donating it to you, how is it being applied to the efforts to help these people?
To fix his house, his $10 million house, and his private jet and yacht.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a private jet and yacht. Like, for real. Like, this dude has a lot of shit.
You should have looked up what he drives.
Probably something nice.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure it is.
So for me, do you know how the gospel of prosperity works?
For the sake of the podcast, why don't you explain it so that everybody knows?
So the gospel of prosperity is weird. And John Oliver did a video that like will probably explain a little bit better than me. Just search John Oliver and churches. Churches can't be taxed for shit. Like they're non-taxable. It's freedom of religion.
Yep.
Alright, so gospel of prosperity is like you have this preacher that says, even if you are poor, if you give me money, God will give you money back tenfold. So it's a pyramid scheme.
Kind of, yeah.
Put in a religious twist.
Basically, and I'm sure he doesn't word it that way.
No.
I'm sure he doesn't say if you give money to me. He says if you give money to the church.
Right. So that's, with that in mind, it's so these people give money believing that he's right. And he has millions of followers.
And just the fact that he has a $10 million house, 10 million? Right?
10 million.
$10 million house is proof against anyone saying, well, maybe he's using his money somewhere else. Obviously, he likes to spend it on himself.
Right, and I think that's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
It is very fucked up. And for me, I'm just like, y'all just can't. Yeah. I want to look at it. I want to look at it super, you know what I mean? I want to look at it like I'm just like, hey, yo, that's, you're doing really cool things. And so, to make it a little bit more lighthearted, we're about to watch a video of a man catches fish with his hands inside his home, flooded by Harvey, if the video comes up.
I've seen this. It's fun.
Is there... Oh yeah, it's on Facebook though, isn't it, too? Okay, there. Oh shit!
It takes him a few tries, but he gets it.
So this dude is... It's viral. It's one of these viral videos of this dude like, okay, so I'm just watching him chronicling, trying to catch the fish. Yeah, the fish is right there. And then so we chronicle to the last video, and he finally catches it. God damn. You know, see, it's shit like this that I think is really fun. Like, not fun that their house is like being destroyed, but they're, you know,
making the best of it.
Making the best of what it is. And so, like, it's a very lighthearted video comparatively after what we talked about.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. Like I said, people, like, there's a lot of bad things, bad shit that happens in the world. But it's nice to see, like, one person being like, hey, look at this. I have another one that is really funny. Harvey the Hurricane Hawk hunkers down with a cabbie during the storm. So this story is, a hawk became an unlikely sidekick to a Texas cab driver after seeking refuge inside the man's vehicle and apparently refusing to leave. Houston driver William Brusso said he was stocking up on supplies on Friday ahead of the hurricane when he returned to find a bird sitting in the passenger seat. He looks like he's scared. He doesn't know what's going on, says Brusso. Narrates in one of 10 YouTube videos documenting the bird's surprise visit. He just kind of hopped in and doesn't want to leave. I'm not sure what to make of it. Bruno said he tried to shoo the hawk away to no avail. Videos later showed the animal perched on the door of his parked car, still refusing to fly away. Brusso eventually took the bird inside and gave it a chicken's heart to snack on. It didn't take long for the feathered refugee to earn the name Harvey the Hurricane Hawk from Brusso, as well as a flock of concerned and curious fans. Harvey stayed in Brusso's home overnight, but a worker with the Texas Wildlife Rehab Coalition was seen scooping the bird up on Saturday and taking it to the shelter for professional care. He's been free to go any time now. They're going to take him, Brusso said, as a woman with the TWRC retrieved Harvey. He may not be rehabilitated, so everyone knows he's in good hands. So I think that's awesome. See, this is another one of those lighthearted videos, and, like, you know, when shit gets real, it's nice to see that there are still nice people out there in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, very lightheartening. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching a video of Kevin Hart donating, and Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock donated $8 million.
And The Rock, right?
And The Rock.
Yep.
I think he did too.
Yep.
Sandra Bullock said, this isn't a party, this isn't about your party, this is about, you know, human life.
Yeah.
And so, that's where, like, you know, it's shit like that that's very, just nice to hear.
Yeah.
I like to hear about that. I think it's really funny. Fun, not funny. Fun. I think it's fun. Because dying in a hurricane is not fun. Not funny. Ha ha ha, not funny. And we're gonna go to a story that I think Alex likes, because Alex has a weird love for dogs.
It's not weird because dogs are lovable.
Dogs are very lovable. Resourceful dog walks away with a big old bag of dog food after Hurricane Harvey. This morning, after Hurricane Harvey tore into Texas, Gulf Coast residents were already trying to prepare for life after the destructive storm, including Otis, the dog. Teal Dawkins was checking out the damage for friends and family in Sinton, north of Corpus Christi, when she saw Otis on the street carrying a large bag of dog food. It was after the storm this morning when we went to town to check the damage on properties, Dawkins told HuffPost on Saturday. Lots of people were out in the yard and streets cleaning up branches, trees, and debris. To Dawkins, the golden retriever mix with who only later learned was named Otis, was in survival mode, just like everybody else. She shared this image of the dog, #refugee. Dawkins' photo quickly went viral, with many saying the dog's resourcefulness was a Texan trait. Must be a Texas dog, 'cause he can survive without help, one commenter wrote. Dawkins spoke with Otis' owner later that day and learned that the dog made it home safely with the bag of food, although it was unclear whether the bag came from. The owner did not respond to HuffPost's request for comment. So you know that dog stole that fucking bag.
I don't know.
Ah! While the dog, his owner, and Dawkins' family were all safe, the city of Sinton, nearby Papalote, where Dawkins is from, were still without power or water by Saturday evening. People are holding up good, Dawkins said, adding that the crews were working to restore the power and residents were cleaning the streets. But Gulf Coast residents and their pets aren't entirely out of trouble yet. Hurricane Harvey, which has at one point a Category 4 storm, dumped up to 15 inches of rain and has sustained winds over 130 miles per hour, causing significant damage across the swath of Texas. Heavy rains are also expected to continue for the next few days. Rescue groups and shelters have opened their doors to animals who have been left behind or displaced by the storm. See, and that's awesome. But I think, again, this is one of those lighthearted stories, and she still, I know you don't believe it.
Well, because the dog, first of all, I might as well just be an expert on dogs, okay?
Yeah, you can be the dog expert you want.
The dog has to know that there's food in the bag, which means he has to regularly be fed that food, which means it's probably his bag food.
Maybe it isn't.
And if it isn't, who cares?
Nah, I'm not saying it like that. You're just very adamant that
that dog can do whatever the hell he wants. He found food.
He's a fucking dog. He can do whatever he wants. He's a dog. It doesn't bother me.
I'm just proud. I'm proud of that dog for taking his food. He's like, I'm going to survive this.
That is very understandable. Heroes on jet ski rescue trapped elderly couple from Texas floods. So, on Monday, an elderly couple in North Houston was rescued from their flooding home by two men on jet skis. The photo of a woman rescued was posted to Reddit, where it quickly went viral, receiving close to 800,000 views on Imgur. That's pretty dope. My friend's grandmother, after being jet skied out of her living room in Houston. Karen Spencer and her husband JC told ABC News when Harvey first made landfall in Texas on Friday, they were fine for the first few days. But by Monday, their home was slowly filling with water and a couple needed to evacuate. JC told Good Morning America that as a joke, he decided to call Chick-fil-A and order food. Ordered 2 grilled chicken burritos with extra egg and a boat. 70-year-old told the show, and can you believe that one of the managers of Chick-fil-A, she sent her husband to pick us up with, and we are so grateful. Not long after the call, a man showed up at the Spencer's home with a small rescue boat as a couple tried to decide which of their possessions they could fit on the boat. Something completely unexpected happened. The boat couldn't get into the house, and there were 2 wonderful men who came up on jet skis, Karen explained to Inside Edition. ABC identified the 2 rescuers as Keith Christensen and Winston Savage Jr., who told the couple that they'd happily take them
to
safety. After Christian and Savage showed up, the Spencers put a few of their belongings on the small boat and jetted out of their home to higher ground. Not long afterwards, they were rescued. JC asked to be taken to their home to grab a few more priceless items, his wallet, a wedding ring. I couldn't save my house, but I did save my marriage, he told Inside Edition.
That's great.
See, and again...
That's awesome, though, that he called Chick-fil-A and then they just happened to come and get him.
Right. That to me, that's dope as shit.
They don't know these people. They didn't owe them anything. They just wanted to help.
We were talking about this kindness that these people have for this thing is incredible. And I think everyone should take the time to donate to Joel Osteen's website to help the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund.
Oh my goodness.
I'm totally kidding. Really, you should take a look at what you can do in general.
Yeah.
Bottles of water.
Mm-hmm.
People's water and electricity aren't working. If any able, willing body person can help, any little thing counts.
Yeah.
Look, like I said, Anheuser-Busch is turning beer into water.
Mm-hmm.
So anything helps. Like, y'all just need to understand. The thing about this, like, you saw the pictures we saw the videos of like the water change in Hurricane Harvey.
Oh yeah.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's fucking insane. So yeah.
Mother Nature doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, because it's the end of days, Alex.
Shut up, Kien.
It's the end of days. So that's been The Tangent. I'm Kien Ibanez.
I'm Alex Jensen.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.